But now the perception is that relatively simple task may feel like you're running a marathon. And that's because your biology is slightly different now because of the neurologic injury. I work with my the stroke survivors that I work with as athletes, and I try to build them up in terms of building up that capacity.
Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Nick Halsey with Motus Nova. I'm a licensed neurophysical therapist and neuroscientist helping brain injury survivors understand how to make functional gains after their injury. I hope this video helps you in your recovery.
What happens when I do that is that I find that my right wrist tries to come up, also wants to come up, like I'm holding onto the bar and trying to pull it up with both hands. Is that the right thing to be doing?
Yes, it is.
And the same thing happens with my left ankle, my left foot.
Okay.
It tries to should I be doing that also, or am I confusing my brain too much?
Yeah, so I think the left ankle moving is maybe incidental. I don't think it's necessarily wrong or right per se. I will say this, I think it's probably proof positive that you are attempting the task, which is really good, right?
Yeah.
Because if you weren't attempting, if you weren't being volitional, then we might not see any of those, your right hand or your left foot move. But I think that's a good sign that you are in fact getting some activation there.
Good, I hope so. Also, after I've been on this for about an hour or an hour and a half or so, I get really, really tired. Is that normal?
Quite. I think that's also an indication that you are engaging with it. Because it's quite a hard thing to do, especially if we have a different nervous system. For us to do even what we would have thought would have been previously simple tasks, those things can be quite challenging for us to actually manage. The analog would be, before, maybe walking across the room to the kitchen might not be that hard. But now the perception is that relatively simple task may feel like you're running a marathon. And that's because your biology is slightly different now because of the neurologic injury. So I think it is very expected to have that kind of difference in your response.
Okay.
So the thing we want to try to do though, Chuck, is to try to continue to build up that reservoir, right? It's like training, right? And I very much work with my the stroke survivors that I work with as athletes, and I try to build them up in terms of building up that capacity.
Yeah.
So I think you're right insofar as having that level of fatigue. Now, I would not necessarily want us to have that every single day.
Yeah.
So what we may want to do is potentially sort of reduce the amount a little bit each day. Now, not by a lot, but just so that it's not actually causing you to get too deep into the hole each day.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching this video. If you have questions or would like to speak with me about how you can make functional gains from home, call or text me at 404-939-3476 or visit motusnova.com/contact.